Welcome, everybody, to episode 18 of Trigger Happy, the pre-show for Late and Gay with the GCA. We got some fun topics tonight. Before we get started, though, Mo's going to be 15 to 30 minutes late and gay. And Isaac will be here in roughly 5 minutes, also ultra gay and late. So.
Ultra.
Nerd Slap, how have you been?
Been well. Been doing real well. Just been working. Finally updated the member list for Trigger Happy for the outro. So finally got that done. You can stop yelling at me now. But other than that, just working on some new projects. So looking forward to getting those done so I can show those off.
Awesome. Yeah. We totally didn't just redo the outro right in the back room.
No.
Yeah. Norman, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Kind of tired. That's why I'm in Mauler form tonight, which is just Avatar. But Jess, I actually agree with you. Hogwarts is a pretty mid game. Like in terms of a game, it's pretty mid. But in terms of if you're a Harry Potter fan, it kind of takes it from like a 6 or a 7 to 7 or an 8. Like there's a good few problems with it. The world's not interconnected. There's not that much in terms of role playing, like deciding how your character can act, how evil you can be, and all that kind of stuff. So I do agree, it's a pretty mid game, but I love it because I love Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. You're blinded by your bias, and that makes it fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have you played through it now?
So I played it once for each house, and then I started a second Slytherin playthrough, and I'm playing a second Gryffindor playthrough on stream. So that's 6 playthroughs altogether since the game came out.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. What's up, Curtis?
Before we get started here, Sons and Shadows keeps doing it. He's dropping memberships before the stream even starts. Dude, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you.
Jeff is awesome. Go over and check out his channel.
Thank you, Jeff.
And then I haven't been called gay by celluloid. Oh wait, no, he called me gay a few weeks ago, a few days ago. Just wanted to pull this up. Yeah, I post a picture of my car, and he finds the gayest thing about it and calls me gay.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
And then I said, if GM big blocks are gay, then I'm and I'm not going to let you have that clip.
Look, I'll just say this. The world is healing. He's back to calling us gay. Things are going back to normal. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he's back on good form. I like it.
Well, celluloid never stopped. I mean, yeah.
He was just less obvious about it.
Celluloid for 199. Sup, gay boys? Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sal. Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks, Fig.
Let's see here. So I had the pleasure of playing Repo with on Cinevere on Cinevere's channel last night.
Yes, I was watching the chat.
Yeah, with who was there? Leon from Words of Paradise. I think Nick was there. Andy from the Hold My DualShock, and Niet and Isaac showed up, and Cornboy was actually hosting because he had a modded session. Oh, and nice. So I came across this today, and I don't know if this is modded or not. Let's see here. I don't know if it's loud.
Oh, is he gone? I was going to get rid of him for you.
Is that a freaking nuclear bomb?
Yeah, I was going to drop it.
No. Have you guys ever seen a nuke that you can carry around?
No.
Me neither.
I would love to find one, though.
Oh, man. Yeah, it looks like a little miniature version of Fat Boy. Dude, they kept hitting me with the cart all night long, and they thought it was hilarious. Didn't you, Isaac? Didn't you, Isaac?
It was absolutely hilarious. I love
How are you doing, Isaac?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Or I'm sorry, Isaac.
Isaac. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is the new name. Thank you, Niat. I appreciate it.
You,
We can't
you
let that
misspelled
die.
your own name on StreamYard. You got to change that, man.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
You know what's
We're gonna
funny
wait.
is I think it's like Discord rules where I could change other people's names. I'm not gonna do it though.
Let's see. Let's give it a second.
But yeah, we were just talking about Repo. And have you seen this, Isaac? Where you could this dude found a nuclear bomb.
Really?
that
Okay.
thing. Yeah. See that?
Really? Is that a mod or is that in the game?
That's what I,
don't
was
know.
wondering too. I thought maybe you might know.
I don't know, but I like that. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I could see that's like the wizard staff on steroids as far as potential destruction, man.
Yep. You
It's
just
crazy.
tap it on one thing.
All we need
Yep.
to know is if you can buy one.
Even better.
You get a couple shotgun guys and a big ghoulish monster in one corner. Wipe them out pretty quick.
That's true. That's a good payout too if you can get all of them.
It would be. It would be like 20K. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you don't break it. Those orbs are pretty breakable. So
I was gonna
Everything.
share another clip, but we're not 10 minutes in yet. So
okay.
Ah.
Yes.
has anyone seen the A24 film called Warfare?
Not yet. No.
I
Okay.
was thinking about watching it though.
It appeared on, the same place that drops off things in front of my house all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The high seas. And I watched it today. And it was actually a lot of fun. So it's not your typical movie though. It is, and they actually start off the film by, stating that this entire film is based off of everyone's account, like basically everyone's report and just word of mouth of this operation that happened. So basically what happens in the movie is these frogmen, Navy SEALs in Ramadi, Iraq, are they basically take over a house in the middle of the night. They force the family into a room. They're like, we're not here to hurt you. We just need a sniper position for the next couple days. And they're just keeping an eye on, terrorism across the street, essentially. And like a quarter of the movie is just this sniper looking down the scope of his rifle and just like breathing kind of heavily. And
Really?
and just like identifying targets and stuff. That display of force right there was used like 3 times in the movie, and it was freaking awesome every single time because I've got the 5.1 system with the subwoofer and everything.
Nice.
Oh man! And then when those LAVs, they got what do they call it? The support for Bushmaster support. It was freaking awesome. That 25 millimeter chain gun. They basically called in. They're like, we don't need you to fire on the enemy position. We need you to fire on the second floor of our building so they can't enter in. So, and then, they're like, no. And then the guy on the radio, he's basically just like, this is an order. You're doing it. And he's like, all right, stand by. All of a sudden, 2 LAVs start lighting up the second floor of the building. And it was just insane.
That's awesome.
I need to check.
I was
this
seeing
out.
someone on Twitter saying that if you are a veteran with PTSD, probably don't watch this film. Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole story is because an IED goes off and they're trying to evacuate. That's the person that it's based on right there in the wheelchair. The guy holding the sniper rifle, actually.
Mhm.
And he basically gets seriously injured from an IED because it was planted there. No one knew. And while they were doing an evac, it just goes off. But so the whole thing started because the enemy knew where they were and they tossed a grenade in the second floor.
Damn.
But
Wow.
yeah, all the actors in it were just fantastic. I didn't see any sort of like mess ups with weapons. As Norman was pointing out, all of the actors that are in it are completely new and fresh, and that's just really nice. I'm tired of seeing Pedro Pascal play 7 different people in the same movie. You know?
Tell me about
Yep.
it.
It's not even that. It's just that, like, one of the things you hear said around this corner is, like, who are the new guard of actors? And this is a movie that proves there is plenty out there.
Yeah.
You just got to cast them.
Where'd it go? This part right here. So a second Frogman team comes in and tells them that they need to secure this, second floor, and they basically just create this 2-man fire team, both with M249 belt-fed saws,
Nice.
and they just come out of the door at the same time, just finger down on the trigger, and just lighten up the other balcony across the way. It was so freaking cool. They were like popping up in sequence.
That's awesome,
dude. It was
That is
so
cool.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
200. Did they have the 200 round bags of?
Yep, nutsack.
Yeah. See, I wasn't gonna say it, but you said it
Nice.
for me. Thank you. I
That's
appreciate
the
it.
technical term. Is nutsack.
It is.
So.
It is. Yep.
Yeah. Erwin was pointing out that you may not like this movie if you're not into, like super realistic, military stuff. I'd say he's right to a certain extent. A lot of the movie is, people using technical terms on the radio and calling in certain, things. And I found all that stuff interesting. This beginning part right here, where everyone's in the room laughing, they're all huddled around a TV listening to Call on Me, the music video. You guys remember that song? Call on Me? Yeah.
Barely. Yeah.
It's basically a
Oh.
bunch of girls in like gym clothes dancing to this song. It's like a
February.
totally
Gonna have to do
iconic.
some scientific research post stream. Yes.
It's a banger of a song, I'm telling you. But that's totally military behavior. A bunch of dudes like that in the room doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And although the whole movie just felt very authentic. And what's funny, Isaac, is that the person that worked on this, Alex Garland, do you know what else he did?
I know the name. I can't connect it to what it was though. What was it?
I will show you, and you're going to be like, oh, he
Welcome on
he
in,
worked on
Raiders.
Civil War.
Really? Okay.
Thank you,
I
Badger.
skipped that one. I skipped
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you saw that. I don't know
Badger.
why I thought you saw it, but
No, I
yeah.
didn't see it. I skipped it. I almost saw it. It's on HBO Max, but I kept looking at it like, nah, I'm good. So
Well, the funny thing about Civil War is that the story is complete shit, but the action in it is actually incredible. Like when there
in
actually
that case,
is
maybe
action.
I'll check it out. Is that the one? What kind of American are you? Is that
Yep.
the one? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep.
Jesse
So-
Plemons, yeah.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah.
But yeah, I give this movie like 7.5 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It wasn't even one of those movies where I felt like taking a break in the middle of. I wanted to find out what happened next. So
What were the effects like? Because I keep seeing that jet fly over in the trailer, and it looks pretty good.
yeah, so like I was saying, the jet flying over, that was a real tactic that had like just been used in that operation for the first
Mhm.
time. And it's called a display of force.
Yeah.
And the sound was incredible. I mean, I had 5.1 going, so you could hear it start in one side of my room and go to the other.
Nice.
When explosions go off or gunshots, like my house was rattling. It was awesome.
So the
So-
display of force, was that from like a B-20 or something? Or
No, I think it was like an F-18 or something like that. And what's
F-18,
crazy
okay.
is I don't know if this is like accurate to the film, but 30 seconds after they called it in is when it actually happened. So there was a plane up there flying around, and he's like, "I'll do it in 30 seconds." And I was like, "Holy shit, that's
Yeah.
crazy how fast you can pull that off." So
not B-20, I'm thinking a bomber, but modern bomber. Yeah.
no, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they would do that with a bomber because they're slow. Because I think they actually want to break the sound barrier as they're doing it. And that's what's kicking up all the dust
Well,
too.
okay, that's display
Yeah.
of force. Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Imagine being on the receiving end of that, where like this sound barrier being broken, everything's blown up, just chaos. That would be
Yeah.
incredible. I'm incredibly horrible on the receiving end, but
It was fun too because at one point there was one of the display of forces happening, and like the two different commanding officers were talking to each other, and then you hear on the radio, like 5 seconds till flyby, and then they just stop talking because they're like, well, we're not gonna be able to hear each other. And then all of a
Right.
sudden
Yeah.
they like cover their ears, like, whoa, and then they start talking
Nice.
again. It was really funny. Yeah.
Well, you've sold me. I'm gonna check out this movie. So it's awesome.
It's not like a grand story like some of those World War II movies.
It looks like more of a character piece than anything.
Yeah, it's almost like a bottle episode of an operation that's happening.
Yeah.
So, but you get to see the real nitty gritty of it, which is really awesome. So yeah,
pretty cool.
That's my movie review. I had to talk about it.
I'll definitely be checking that out. That looks pretty good.
Carter's D says a B-1B is used.
Was it a B-1? I could have sworn it was like a fighter jet.
B-1B Lancer was used to do that most of the time because it was the largest supersonic plane.
Oh, it is supersonic. That's right. Yeah. In fact, the Russians tried to copy that plane because it was supersonic, and that was like.
Didn't they make it too heavy though? Their version, just
probably.
Yeah. Right.
Which is funny because they have all the titanium in the world.
Hey, Armin.
Oh, Hypno Raid as well.
Oh, what?
All the raids.
It's two
Holy
raids
cow.
now.
What's up?
Badger and Hypno.
Dang. All right.
Well, come on
let's
in,
see
Raiders.
here. We got Bigot Army, Hypno. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Just in time for this clip that I was saving after the 10-minute mark. So this is the Pakistan-India war summed up. And I couldn't play this before 10 minutes, as you can see. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Let's see here.
It's going to be good.
You fucking, you bloody bastard, bitch. You fucking mother bloody. You fucking bloody bastard. You fucking.
I love how they have to say fucking. They can't just say fuck. You want fucking.
If you didn't know that audio clip, you would think this was real audio to this video. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I heard the argument going to the shops the other day.
That's funny.
Oh man. Yeah, thanks for all the new viewers in here. If you could hit the like and subscribe button.
Welcome on in, everyone.
Oh yeah, dude, I've been on a Russian jet before, and they are a little scary. Hey, what's up, Shock? How are you doing? Everyone has raids. raids.
No, this is 9/11 versus 7/11.
Oh my god.
7-Eleven was a part-time job. Shock. Just hate to tell you that.
Oh man. All right. I'm sure everyone has seen the GTA trailer by now.
Looked pretty good.
And couldn't really talk about it until today. But everyone's already seen it. So, we'll approach it from this angle here, which is Rockstar just came out and told everybody that everything that you saw was rendered on the PlayStation.
Yep.
Now, they didn't say if that was a PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 5 Pro.
It was the Pro.
They still haven't said. So everyone's speculating. We don't know for sure yet, but I kind of think it's the Pro personally.
Yeah. Because when you're working on games, you get the latest state of the art dev kits. So Rockstar is making this game on a PS5 Pro, absolutely.
Yeah, and you would probably want to develop the game for the future consoles as well. So,
and people have scoured the trailer and they've seen what looks to be a knockoff PS5 with a controller. So it looks like what I said a couple of months ago is right, that PlayStation has probably acquired the marketing rights for GTA 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I kind of want to watch the trailer.
Let's go for it.
Because it kind of hits differently once you know that everything's being rendered on the console itself.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Captured entirely in game from a PlayStation 5. I wish they would have specified because everyone in the comments is asking. So,
well, that's the whole point. It's that you go out and buy the Pro.
Probably.
So you can see for yourself.
What you doing up there?
Well, just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
But that's why you came by?
Just go get me my chicks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
Like there's still a sort of waxy video game sheen around it, but that is as close to real life as I've ever seen in a game.
It doesn't bother me. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I think you heard before.
You might have.
Hello.
Hey.
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 How you doing?
Hey.
Hands above your head now.
You, stay. The new beginnings.
You break the news, isn't it? Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bell! Shots, baby!
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Holy shit!
Gonna do this? We're doing it right.
Yo, D, this full effect? They got your name, address, they got everything. Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Like,
You and me, bro. We got this.
We got it.
Say my city, baby! My city, baby!
Come to Bill's Ammunition today. We got more
Hell,
guns
hell
than
yeah.
all else.
Returning champion.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
Order blood.
I think that looks like a next gen game, personally.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I love how the direction was, let's get as many shots of Lucia's ass in the trailer as possible.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looked good trailer. It's a good trailer. Many reasons.
Now,
why.
you know, everyone keeps talking about the fact that it was postponed until May 26, 2026. And I don't know, Kada had brought it up, and I kind of agree with them. Maybe they are trying to release the multiplayer side by side with the campaign.
I don't know if they're going to do that because the trend is usually to release multiplayer alongside the PC release.
I know, but
generally, I think the game's not ready yet. That's the simple reason.
I think that's
need more
also
time
part
in
of
the
it.
oven.
Yep. Yeah. Good trailer. I still don't trust Rockstar. Yeah, don't pre-order the game. There's going to be plenty of digital copies you can download. So
You had an amazing comment about that earlier, ABF, about people who pre-order digital games. So
oh yeah, should I try to find that?
you,
Let's see here.
you messaged it to me earlier, so
Oh right.
it should be, yeah.
Yeah, let me find it
Should be
real
right.
quick.
Shock's asking the important questions here. He's asking the real important questions.
Oh, is she gonna let you? I don't know.
Easier to ask forgiveness than it is permission, Shock. So
That's true.
Oh, I just have a screenshot of it. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, this guy, it's based. Is GTA 6 going to be a game or a $70 woke TED Talk? We're not pre-ordering a single thing until they prove it's GTA, not Netflix. You? Remember, no pre-orders. And I said pre-ordering a digital game that won't run out of stock is what homos do.
that's right.
I saw the
agree.
most retarded comment on X today is that if GTA 6 is anti-cop, I'm not buying it. It's like, dude, have you seen the title of the game? It's called Grand Theft
GTA.
Auto.
That
Yeah.
seems like a bait post. That's got to be a bait post.
It's
I don't know.
Did Matt Walsh post that?
X,
Norman,
X
by
is
any
pretty
chance?
retarded these days,
Yeah.
I have to say. But if you can't be arsed waiting a full year to play GTA 6, you can always play Mind's Eye, which is coming out this summer, which is kind of A GTA clone bit by some former Rockstar devs with a sprinkling of cyberpunk is what I'm liking to say.
I've been really interested in this.
I'm gonna put it to 720 so the chat doesn't go crazy. There we go.
I do need to tell you, Jacob, you're not gonna catch me.
Is there audio
What you
coming through?
did back there may have exceeded expectations.
Cool. I'm not hearing it, but if you guys are hearing it, that's fine.
It's time to draw a line.
Yep, we hear it.
I don't think you understand. When you started selling my data to other people, you made it personal.
I mean, to me, it still kind of looks a
Like you're
bit
not
sort
on
of
social
soft
media?
around the edges,
Scratch that.
if you know what I mean.
probably
Like,
aren't.
it doesn't feel as
What do you need
coherent
from
as a
me to
GTA
fuck
or a
off?
cyberpunk.
Give me
And we can't compare it to that trailer we just watched
Yeah.
What do you want to know,
because that wasn't gameplay.
You can start by telling
But
me
it,
who you're
it
doing all
definitely,
this for.
like, the reason I say cyberpunk is because it's like a
You really don't get
slightly
it, do you?
futuristic, state-of-the-art
You need to
city
take a look
built in
inside
the
yourself,
Californian
Diaz.
desert with
You're fighting
robots
against
and
your own.
original gunplay, fancy cars, and all that kind of stuff.
You're
with
a big boy.
the sort of GTA
Fucking figure it
DNA
out.
underneath it. Definitely, this is just GTA.
Stand down, soldier!
Can you go first person if you want to? I wonder.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm one of the weird people that actually prefers going first person.
Me too.
I'm sure there probably is a feature, or if there's not yet, there probably will be.
It's really not that hard to enable it on the developer side if you have third person. You just need to make sure that the textures aren't messed up when you go to first person. It's closer, you know.
Yeah, and it's a lot about the rendering with the character as well, how the body moves in first person compared to third person. You have to be able to translate that. That's why Cyberpunk never did a third person mod, because they were locked into first person.
Mm-hmm.
Classic GTA weapon wheel, railgun there.
There was a goat screaming?
More of them inbound. How's that door coming?
Not the easiest lock to hack.
You got this, Kaylee.
We're in.
Clear.
Hey, what's up, Mo?
Let's try the walkway.
Is that gunfire on here?
This is just a bit of the trailer, but I'll speed it up a little bit.
Little John's trailer. Some of those red sand mercs are here too. They must be responsible.
I do like the crouch gameplay.
Going after him. Any luck on the coordinates for that other hacker?
We're still working on it.
The desert part reminds me of
the time in the service, it's still a blur.
The area that Trevor lived.
Sandy Shores.
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head.
Yeah, and this is the part that definitely sort of knocks on the door of cyberpunk. Kind of feels a bit cyber psychosis, that kind of thing.
This is it. The mind's eye. It's activated. Modern, clean, comfortable.
And then you look at the city, where it's like it's definitely it looks like a GTA city, but it feels to me more like a cyberpunk.
We are the safest city
A little bit.
with so much to do and see.
More of like
Red
a
Rock, the
realistic
ideal destination for business
take
as well.
on what cyberpunk should be, you know.
Companies. Come for a meeting. Stay
No,
for
I
a
wouldn't say realistic. I would say like if Cyberpunk's 2077, then this is like 2030 or something like that, you know.
Well, you know what I mean. Like everyone's always like, we're gonna have flying cars in 10 years, and we never do. You know.
Yeah.
What's going on in there?
It was an ambush. Do what you can. Do not lose her.
It's actually quite a common phrasing throughout the sort of tech world is when you say, when's this going to happen? The answer is always, in about 15 years.
I'm coming to you now. Search and rescue them. They're malfunctioning. They're attacking us.
I don't know if they've said yet what it's going to be on.
Steam.
It's probably going to be everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it comes out
probably not
June
Switch.
10.
Okay, that's not that far.
Yeah, that's going to be my June stream game, definitely.
Nice.
Let's see here, and then really quick to go with that. Actually, Mo, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Doing fine. Just busy on the home life at the moment, and looks like Isaac found a razor. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he's muted.
Totally, yeah.
Shortened it up for summertime and muted too. So yeah, how you doing, Mo? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Trimmed up his red hair.
Yes. It's
Blonde.
only slightly less soulless.
Blonde.
Yo, Priest QT became a member all by himself. Dude, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
I know that guy. He's pretty cool.
Who is that?
It's this guy that I've been watching on YouTube for a little while, and
Oh, no way.
yeah, he's just been playing games, and he's a newer streamer, but so I've been kind of watching him, and then he finally came over to this side of YouTube, and yeah, he's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Right
Yeah,
on.
welcome in. Thank you. And we have Sons and Shadows gifted another 5. You're crazy, dude.
What a
Thank you so
legend.
much.
What a guy.
Thank you so much. What is that, like 20 or 25 he's gifted this week?
Something
least.
like that, yeah.
Dude, thank you so much. We're gonna have so many members. I gotta start doing members only stuff.
There you go.
And one more thing to go with what we were just talking about. And I think this is kind of dumb. EA states that they're more optimistic about Battlefield now that GTA 6 has been delayed. Why even put that? Why even put that out into the universe? I'm sure
That's
people
an
are already
awful
thinking
take.
it, but the company's CEO wasted no time stressing how much more comfortable that makes them feel. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit how you feel. Just make a good game and don't say that something else is going to be overshadowing you. You know?
Well, this was the environment around the gaming industry for the past year or so. We're waiting to find out if GTA 6 is going to be delayed. That was going to decide whether games get pushed forward or games get pushed back. So
Yeah.
you'll find that a lot of games that are going to come out that were going to come out next year are going to come out this year. So
Yeah.
it could be bad, could be good, because we might see a couple of rush projects, but we might also see games that are just kind of sitting on the shelf, ready to go, come out and have their time in the spotlight because GTA 6 isn't here.
Yes, I did read this, UK Gamer. Rumors are we get a full trailer for Battlefield 6 within the next week. I don't know if it'll be a full trailer. I think it'll be a game mechanic trailer, possibly, because I don't know if they have like the narrative of the game set up yet, but they do, I think, have a lot of the mechanics they've been working on from the playtests. So I think we're just going to get like details, maybe.
That would make sense.
But details are good. I really want to be able to talk about it and not get copyright struck because it's, footage I'm not supposed to be showing because it's beta. So, let's see here. Next thing we got here. Is this an Xbox? The new Xbox handheld Project Kennen has been leaked. The device is a collaboration between Microsoft and Asus. So, this is really interesting. This is essentially just a Rogue Ally 2, and they partnered up with Xbox to add an extra button to it, and it's the Xbox button. And a lot of people are pointing out the fingerprints, which is a little funny, but these are not meant for the public.
Yeah.
People are also saying that these are AI pictures. They used AI to enhance this serial sticker. This does appear to be real. So, but that it's interesting. Why brand an Xbox handheld when the Rogue Ally could already serve the same function? Is it just for a more unified experience?
Yeah, I think it's just to
Name
get the
brand.
official partnership going, to get the advertisement out that you can play. If you want to play Xbox Portable, do it in an ROG Ally. That's where you'll get the best experience, as opposed to your Steam Deck or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I could see them having a Xbox centric interface. That would be the one that sets it apart. If they don't do that, then they're stupid, but they're Xbox, so they probably are stupid and they won't do it.
Probably it'll have two different operating systems on it, and when you hit the Xbox button, it just goes over to the Xbox interface. I'm guessing, right? Or maybe it'll just only have Xbox.
I think it'll be like an Xbox centric, kind of like the Xbox app on your PC. Like when you the one that through the Microsoft Store, I bet. But once again, talking about Xbox,
Yeah.
So I don't know. What we said would be a good idea, but that's not something they would do, I don't think.
It'll be real interesting when they finally come out and get some, play tests of it and benchmarks, because the lower end one is a 4-core processor and the higher end one is an 8-core. So I'm sure they're going to perform a lot differently when they're docked.
Now, one of the rumors I heard was that it was going to be a cloud-based one, which is like,
there's no way.
There absolutely is a way. It's Xbox.
Yeah. Well, you don't even have to look at Xbox. You can look at the PlayStation Portable. That's cloud gaming, all of it.
Mhm.
The new one with it's basically the controller with the screen in the middle.
Now, okay, let's talk about that for a sec. Can you play multiplayer games through the cloud that way?
You can. I can't imagine you'd have a very good experience depending on where you are, but
That's what I'm wondering. Like, there's so much latency, and the pipeline getting filled up with the game streaming through. On top of that, it
You
doesn't
have to have
seem
a
like it'd
really
be
good connection.
really good connection. But on top of
Or
that,
wired
just
even.
well, even if you're on fiber, going back and forth, an extra time to a data center for a multiplayer game is kind of shitty.
Yeah, you're not going to if you're getting in a sniper battle where you're snapping and popping and stuff like that, you're going to lose every single time. It's just it ain't going to happen, fam.
Yeah, if
you're not going to win.
Let's say you go one-on-one with someone, you pull the trigger at the exact same time, the other person on the other end with a computer or an actual console is going to win every single time.
Yeah.
Versus the person that's on cloud. So, yeah. I keep saying, cloud gaming, it is really interesting for single-player games, but I don't think it's going to work for multiplayer.
No, but these systems are designed to play if you're going on a train or if you're a plane ride or whatever else. They're designed for those 1 to 2 hour bursts, and cloud gaming is fine for that.
Sure. Yeah. But how many people are on a train playing a multiplayer game though?
Exactly.
Yeah. So just kind of interesting. I don't know. Do any of you guys in the market to pick up one of these portable handhelds?
I got a Steam Deck, so no.
Yeah,
I want to pick up a Steam Deck.
I get a
I want to
Steam
pick
Deck.
up an OLED Steam Deck at some point. That's what I think.
I think the next Steam Deck is going to be out end of the year. And if it's not end of the year, it'll be early next year. But the Steam VR 2 is going to be coming out by the end of the year. And that's said to have a Steam Deck built into it. So
really, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if that means that they're not going to make a Steam Deck 2 and they're just going to push everybody to have, VR and the Steam Deck, even though they're not going to use it, and you just plug into it.
That would be marketing self-deletion if they did that. That would be a horrible idea. Because the Steam Deck has basically kicked off everybody doing portable PC gaming.
Yeah. But I do think that VR is going to be the future, whether, it's just dependent on when it's going to be adopted.
How easy is it? That's why 3D TVs failed for myriad of reasons, is because you had to have the shutter glasses and you had to do things. It was kind of uncomfortable and blah, blah, blah. And as long as it's just something that takes no time, if lazy people can do it without a problem, that's when you got it. So.
Well, that's why the Steam Deck 2 VR is going to be incredible, because I have a MetaQuest 3 and it plays basic games on it, right? You don't have to plug in or anything. It's just you put it on and it just works. Now, if I want to play a harder to run game, I have to plug into my computer and use those resources.
Right.
If the computer is built into the headset, the Steam Deck, then you're not going to have to worry about any cables ever. And I would assume they're trying to make an experience just like the MetaQuest 3, where you just put it on and it just works.
Yeah, and the cool thing about the Steam Deck is a lot of people have settings just made for the Steam Deck as if it's a console. So, that would definitely help with standardizing requirements and stuff like that, so you don't have to fine tune anything. It's like, hey, I have a Steam Deck too. Cool, here's your settings. Off you go. Yeah, so I can see that's definitely a good idea. To get rid of the Steam Deck itself is just, the way Norman uses it is like the way a lot of people use it. They use it and then they plug it into their television or their on their desk, and That's like that's where it's at. That's what it has achieved. But yeah,
Well-
you can definitely benefit from using what they said with the VR. I think that'll be awesome.
That's why I'm wondering, Mo, if like somehow you have the VR headset and the Steam Deck built into it, and they can break it off or something like that, or
Okay,
it
that
just
would be
docks
awesome.
or something. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's probably something. I mean, Valve they're pretty smart. I'm sure they're figuring out something that's next level. So,
Well, I was just about to say the latest contribution to the VR gaming space actually comes from none other than Disney, would you believe it or not? So they've just revealed this new technology called the Holotile, which is kind of something we've known for quite a while, but it's kind of
Let's do
a
it. Yeah,
updated version of it.
So this is the Holotile.
It is. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a little demonstration of it. So I can walk on this omnidirectional floor in any direction I want. It will automatically do whatever it needs to have me stay on the floor. And what's amazing about this is multiple people can be on it and all walking independently. They can walk in virtual reality and so many other things.
So where are you hoping this tech ends up?
You know, imagine a number of people being in a room, being able to be somewhere else collaboratively and moving around, doing sightseeing. Imagine theatrical stages that might have these embedded in them so that dancers can do amazing moves. Not me, but really good dancers. So there are just so many applications for this type of technology. And we
looked
don't
like he was
know
moving
yet
that with the
where
Force. That was cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's official. I think you probably have one of the coolest jobs.
Yeah, I think you're right. It gives me an amazing opportunity to use these inventions that I've made in service of people having fun.
Well, Lanny, it's been great catching up with you. Thanks for showing us around.
So obviously
That is
it's proprietary to Disney right now, but as soon as they work out the kinks and they start rolling it out, you never know. You could have one of those in your living room in 5 to 10 years.
You know what? Another use case for that might be something at one of their theme parks. I could see it. Like the Epcot Center always has interesting rides. Not necessarily like actual roller coasters. They do like more mind trick type stuff there, and that's really cool. So maybe there's like a ride where you have to try to run from a monster, but you actually don't go anywhere or something.
That would be nightmare fuel.
Yeah,
Probably insurance liability as well. So they'd probably have to think long and hard about that one.
I was gonna say you can't even have the wave pool without people suing. So I'm just saying.
Imagine playing Repo with that. You're the little guy. You have a handheld controller to pick stuff up, and you're running away from stuff on that mat.
Yeah, but Mo, who would have thought that going to a wave pool, you get hit by a wave?
The thought had never occurred to me. I'm totally on the side of the stupid woman. I mean, the woman. So
that should never happen at a wave pool. Come on.
I know. It's just.
Yeah, I know.
I think the same thing as I get my McDonald's hot coffee and I realize it's really hot and it surprises me every time for the last 30 years. So I feel you, girl. You get that money.
Cold. It's supposed to be ice cold when I get it.
That's what I thought. Just like the food, just cold.
And 3 hours old.
They should really put a warning on that sometime.
James,
really should.
You guys keep your sip stuff in the sip channel of Discord, okay? I opened that up the other day. Oh my god, Tommy's here too.
So cursed.
Yeah,
it's so cursed.
I went in there and I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys later.
I'm praying for those boys right now. I'm seriously so.
Oh, Nagernal woke up. How's it going, Nagernal?
What's up?
It's going well, I guess.
Oh, so maybe Nagernal was the mauler all along. Interesting.
I don't get it. Did you talk about the
because
pirate
you don't
game
watch
that I
real
posted in
BBC,
the,
you American twat. Anyway, what?
Yeah, no, I don't. Did you guys talk about that pirate game I posted in the
no
Discord? Looks pretty sick. I can pull it up if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
God of War, but you play as a pirate. Oh, let me see.
Now, you can't say pirate without someone in chat about it. They're typing it in right now. They're going to say butt pirate. Watch.
Of course. Present.
Well, pirates do go after booty, so.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
See it?
Yeah.
How loud it is.
Probably turn up a tiny bit more.
Oh my goodness, the year being above all the other fonts, it really was annoying
Captain
there.
Blood.
That is not.
A hack and slash from the golden age that never quite
This
released.
looks like a PS3 game, but I guess
A
it's been
classic
canceled.
reborn.
And
Let's cover
reborn.
it. Featuring punching, stabbing, naval combat where you don't drive the ship but you shoot other ships. More stabbing. Oh, you can do that? Oh, look at all this amazing cinematic in-game time Oh, they just want gameplay right now? Okay.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a game from 2 decades ago.
Kind of does.
With revolutionary new features like
I've been playing
quick
through the God of War
time
games
events,
again.
combos,
Right up my alley.
and guns.
Definitely gonna be playing that.
Yeah, I'll be checking this out too.
beware,
It does
the
look
enemies
interesting.
As long as it's fun, who
Getting
cares?
tougher.
It looks like it would be a.
Live out your
Oh, I like
life
the art
as
style.
a ruthless pirate.
And I definitely feel
Look
like
at
they're
that belly.
digging at GTA a little bit.
Look at that arm. Look at that smile.
Captain Blood. Yeah.
It actually reminds me, when I do fire up my Steam Deck, the game I play on it right now is called Overlord 2, which came out sort of 2010s era. Looks very much like that.
You know what kind of has a vibe of a little bit is the Prince of Persia's from about 20 years ago.
Yes.
Sands of Time.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all the graphics back then, like pretty
Once again, that's not a bad thing.
Yep.
Oh no.
For our next story, I wanted to ask you, Mo. You play a lot of PUBG, or at least you have in the past.
Yes.
If PUBG was going to make a new game, what do you think that game should be?
It should be a battle royale from an isometric view. Did I guess it right? No,
No, not quite.
A Sims imitator that's really creepy. No?
You're in the right realm of retardation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm out of guesses, so please
Yeah.
enlighten me.
So PUBG Productions launches new closed beta for single player survival roguelike prologue. Go way back. Is this what you were asking for? A survival game that's single player from the PUBG devs?
But sure. Whatever keeps him in business, I guess.
This is the 5th playtesting. I actually knew about this. I keep forgetting that it exists. Event that PUBG Productions has hosted since the game's reveal in December 24. Game due out early access sometime in 25. The closed beta will run from today, May 7th, to May 14th, and is available on Steam and the Epic Store. To participate, you need to sign up through the studio's official Discord to receive a code. Signing up gets you a code. Sounds like this is like guaranteed, so this might be semi-open. You don't have to wait to see if you've been accepted into closed beta. You just apply. So here's a couple screenshots. I have the video. I'm going to play without sound. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was dumb. Like, why are they making this game? I do like survival games, and I actually kind of want to play this. I just am surprised at who's making it.
Yeah, they are pretty eclectic, man. I mean, you could tell by the difference between PUBG on the PC and PUBG on mobile. It's like, I think they kind of understand when they put something out who they're going to market it to. It seems weird, but I can never remember the name of the Sims one. That was the one that Hayden liked a lot. That caught wind. I don't know if it's still popular, but it definitely had a lot of buzz. So
my question right now is how long is it going to be? Because if they're saying it's a prologue, then you're probably talking like 15, 20 hours, maybe something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. So here's what I think they're doing here. I think they actually are making a new battle royale, but they're taking a page out of No Man's Sky book where they're making all these updates for their game, although this is a completely separate game, so it's a little bit different. But they're making this game as the game engine or technology for the next game. So they're actually able to make a profit off of their research for the next game with this.
You know what a similar game, and this is weird. Most people that are familiar with Rockstar and the stuff that they've done in the past, a ping pong game for the Xbox 360 had technology that was going to be in Grand Theft Auto 4, and they test ran it in that. It was a table tennis game.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was famous. Yeah, they put in like all the character models and stuff, so it looked great. But they were just like, it's table tennis. So they did a test run without going too deep into the. So it's been done before. I could totally believe it. And it's a good move.
It is. It's smart because they're able to churn out quality things when you're doing it in that method. So I approve.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it might turn out to be good, and people might like it. That's the bonus.
Yeah. I wish it was co-op though, because I like being able to have the option to play with someone else. But survival games are really, really fun to me. I'm one of those guys that I've watched like basically every good survival show on on Discovery Channel and History Channel, all this.
Survivor Man and stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was awesome.
Have you played The Forest?
I have, yeah, and The Forest too.
I've only been in The Forest 2. I was talking with the German about playing The Forest again, but then I found out it's not crossplay. But they're not really taxing games. I played the first. I played The Forest 2 like when it first came out, and I heard that they've actually updated it a lot since then. So
yeah,
I would like to get back into that.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was more of like a. What's that?
I was just saying I did like the second one a lot because I think didn't it have
Sons of the
multiple
Forest.
endings too?
Sons of the Forest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was there multiple endings? I don't remember.
I feel like there was like 2 or 3 different endings you could like choose from
There might
depending
be
on like
now.
how you did things.
I never beat the first one though. For some reason, I don't know. I was playing it with some friends on PlayStation, and then we just stopped. Something better came out, I guess.
Well, no, the first one, it was
First one's
sort of
pretty
like,
hard.
yeah, it was super hard. In fact, you wouldn't even know how to beat it unless you put in a bajillion hours or you looked up how to do certain things.
Right.
Like I remember, like to even get like a flare gun or something like that, you had to clear out like an entire cave. So
yeah, I remember when I was playing the Sons of the Forest, which is the second one. Like that one's a bit more like forward. Like you go to a cave, you find some stuff. You go to another cave, you find more stuff. You're like, oh, okay, this will be useful somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they went backwards with their building system though. Between 1 and 2, the
Big
building
time.
system in 2 was awful.
Yeah, I did not
It
like
wasn't
it either.
great. Yeah, I do remember having more fun building in the first game.
Well, building in the first game was more difficult. So when you finally built something, it was like more rewarding when you built your cabin or whatever, you know? Yeah. Yep. I don't know. Yep. Survival games are fun though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's not fun is when your favorite franchise gets taken over by a bunch of globo homos.
Yep.
Yeah, it's happened to pretty much all.
Been there, done that. Yeah.
So we've talked about Civilization 7. I kind of halfway defended the game when it first came out because I thought that the backlash over the Harriet Tubman stuff was a bit too much. Because you're like, oh, she's a world leader. Well, they just gave you a bunch of characters you can choose from, and they're not locked to region. You just choose your own adventure type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we should have been a little bit harsher. Maybe I should have. So here is the latest trailer for the what is it called? Yeah, so these are supposed to be the Mongols.
After 136 years, victory is ours!
What the hell?
Oh my
That is the wish of
God.
our leader.
That Harriet Tubman?
Those Mongols and
We shall
shit.
call this land.
I think they misspelled the word.
There's even a white guy
It's not
there.
Mongol. There's an R in there. Where you're
390's
thinking of.
glorious sweet tooth.
Is this
craves
music
sugary
actually in
spoils.
the trailer? Or is it...
Yes.
After 136
It sounds
So-
like they know that they're making a mockery of history here.
It does, but it gets a little bit more interesting. So whenever I find stuff on Twitter, I try to find the source and show that. I couldn't because it's been taken down, and a good buddy of mine told me so. Let's see here, and he goes by the name of Alex Jones. So he says DEI strikes back again. The trailer has since been removed due to the massive backlash. So that's why I couldn't find it.
Hashtag Alex Jones was right. Just saying.
So this is a trailer for the game that Harriet Tubman is a world leader in.
Yeah, I think this is some sort of add-on or DLC. I'm not exactly sure. It was called, what was it called?
Probably just some promo piece.
It was called War something. Yeah, it's called War something, but they need to fix the damn mechanics of the base game before they start releasing new content, though. This reminds me of when Ark was still in early access and they were releasing a DLC that you had to pay for. So
I'll tell you what that trailer reminded me of, and we're actually 10 years removed from this now. Anyone remember this gem that came out?
Your empire.
Or is this a mobile game?
Dreams.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember this.
Oh wait, I
There's a
do remember
bunch of these
this.
commercials.
High, and there's much to consider.
God
But you must not
damn.
delay.
10 years already. Okay.
Plan quickly. Build quickly.
I mean, she could lead me into battle
Or be
anytime. No
destroyed
problem.
quickly. Will you build an empire that lasts forever? Will you be my hero?
Awesome.
Game of
You
War.
need a game like this, but it's Attack on Titan, and you're defending your tower. You're
hang on, I'm downloading Game of War right now.
Yeah, she has
Yeah,
an
me
amazing
too.
personality. I gotta check that game out.
Yeah,
That's
Dia's got
not
the right idea.
DIO.
The heavies. He's always talking about the heavies.
I will say though, with Civ
Sophie,
7,
you tuned in at the
they
right time.
need to put auto explore back in for the scouts. That is like the biggest thing that annoys me is that they don't have auto explore.
Well, before the game even came out, I was critical of the fact that it's going to release side by side on PC and console, because I knew immediately a controller doesn't work the same way a mouse and keyboard does for that type of game. They bent over backwards to make it work for consoles, and that totally screwed it up for PCs.
Yeah, it's retarded.
Because they dumbed down the gameplay for the mechanics. So, and then it's probably a separate development team, but they're still, I think they just came out with the VR version of it, which I thought looked kind of cool, but the game is still, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a trailer for the VR version. I'm like, it does look kind of cool, but I wish they would have just focused on the PC version at least first, you know?
Because if the PC version was good, that was what I was gonna put like 500 hours into. You know what I mean?
But I'm gonna go back to 6.
Yeah. And after all the expansions on 6, like it's still a really great game. Yeah. Just one more turn.
That's a damn shame.
Just one more turn. 7 hours later.
Is
Oh,
that the
shit,
sun
I'm late
coming
for
up? Wow,
work.
what happened? Yeah.
I'm not joking. That's happened every time a Civ game comes out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sounds about right.
Let's see. I think Nerd Slap shared this, and I did a bit of research into it. La Quimera, which was delayed on release day, has suddenly been re-released for real. So this game was supposed to come out a long time ago and is now coming out again. And it came out and I was like, oh man, because it looked really cool. It's basically a first-person shooter with an actual story behind it. And it has to do with like a dystopian world in like South America. Sounds kind of dumb, but it's unique, and that's what I like. But yeah, it doesn't sound like it's doing very well. I think what happened was this development studio ran out of money, and they're like, all right, kick it to early access and let's make some money so we can pay the bills.
That could be, yeah.
I probably should reshare it with sound right now, but
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no sound.
there is no
That
sound
kind of
because
gives
this
me
window.
vibes.
Well, the
Remember
sound
game
bar is
series?
down all the way. Does that matter?
Remember Crisis? That kind of feels like it to me a little bit.
I need to reshare in tab. That's why.
Might be. What? Do you know what engine it's made on?
I don't. So this initial gameplay, it looks a little bit cheesy or rough. I can't put my finger on it, but it's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's kind of interesting though with the story behind it in this trailer. It looks kind of fun.
TV ads is not the life of a PMC.
It actually looks like Unreal 4.
Maybe.
Even if we don't have an invasion, let me show you a revolution.
Looks like GTA 5 on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
That is not.
Hey, give him a break.
Also, get your motion blur out of here.
I always turn that off.
Blur. Always turn that off. Can't stand it. That and film grain. Why the fuck is that even in a video game?
The only game I've kept the movie settings on for is actually Cyberpunk. It works quite well for that one.
Well, am I weird for liking the film grain still turned on for Claire Obscure?
No, that's
actually,
a good game for that as well.
I actually think it fits with the theme of it more, so I left it on. Yeah.
I don't know. Some games where I'm like, why is this a thing?
Yeah, there are some where you're like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This game was kind of, it could have been, but I don't think it will be a thing.
Yeah, this looks like a late end PS3 or like a later maybe 360 game.
I mean, it
But
kind of.
Hey, I like older games like that. I might check this out.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they were trying to go with like a Far Cry theme behind it. You
This
know
right
what I mean?
here kind of reminds me of what was that? Crytek?
Crisis, yeah. Isaac was on the
Crisis?
money with that one.
Crisis 3, yeah. I
basically
played
looks
Crisis
like-
3 on 360 a lot, and this
Nice.
looks very reminiscent to it to me.
Ever played the second one, Isaac?
No, just the third. Only the third, and I
Crisis
really
2
enjoyed it.
is miles better than 3. Like, you will be obviously going like a back in terms of like the mechanics and things like that. So in Crisis 3 you can sprint forever, whereas in Crisis 2 it was tied to the energy bar. So there's a lot of different changes like that if you go back, but in my opinion Crisis 2 is the peak of the franchise.
I'd love to go back and play the series. It'd be awesome.
You should buy the remasters because the Crisis 1 remake is properly brings it up to last generation, and then Crisis 2 and 3 they're basically good remasters. Yeah, it's an outstanding trilogy. Probably my favorite single player first person trilogy.
Really? I've never played them. I'll have to check that out.
I played the multiplayer a lot on 3 as well.
Yep. Very underrated.
They all remastered on PlayStation?
Yep.
All right then.
Answer's always no, Corn Boy.
Can it run Crisis?
I mean, if your microwave can't even run Crisis. Okay.
What was the name of that last game that we were just talking?
The name of the last game?
Quimera?
La Quimera.
All right, that's the first problem. No one's gonna remember that fucking name.
Well, the story takes place in South America. I put it in chat. In case anyone's
if you're from
interested.
South America, then you'll probably remember the name.
But also, I think it's getting negative reviews because the game's not finished. It's in early access and it's on PC only currently. So that's why it's
Let them
negative.
fix it before it comes to consoles.
I think they should have left it in the oven a little bit longer. But like I said, I think they were forced to do this because they ran out of cash.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the cash.
That seemed like a similar
Give me the
situation with the pirate game I was showing earlier, Captain Bloods. Like apparently it was in production for a while, then got canceled, and then now they came back, and now it's finally coming out, which is why it looks so old, I guess.
So Google says that La Quimera means like pipe dream or unrealizable goal. That's what that means.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. I kind of like that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
Hey, Neds.
Let's see here. Oh, we got some super chats. Gatekeeper's awesome. For $10. Haven't seen him for a minute actually.
I know. What's up, Gatekeeper?
Hail ABF. Just saw you on and wanted to show you some love. Wishing you continued success and good health. Good health, bud. Hi, panel. I'll try to catch more of your shows. Just shut down for the night. Finally headed home. Drive safe, dude. I think Gatekeeper's big rig driver, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's
Yeah.
over the road truck driver.
Hell yeah. And then we got Lunar Lucidity gifted 5 memberships.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Let's see here. And Horror with Nads, Nadia, thank you. Also gifting 5 memberships.
Nice.
Thank you,
Thank
Neds.
you.
Dude, you guys are so great. Wow.
Legends.
It is. Yeah, you guys are so generous.
Yeah, awesome.
Let's see here. I wanted to show off one more game real quick. It's kind of silly, but it keeps showing up on my feed. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Drive Beyond Horizons.
Oh, I thought it said Drive By Horizons. Whoops.
And this is co-op.
Was it like a rat race kind of game?
It looks like you restore this old Russian POS, and then you go out scavenging to, survive and fix the car. And it's a little bit silly, as you can see.
That just stick shift. Oh no, I put it in the. Oh my god. Oh no.
Jeez.
I assume that wasn't a normal person.
Oh yeah.
So I guess there's zombies at night.
Alright.
I was not expecting that.
Zombies
But check this out. He found a Mustang to restore.
Nice.
It's almost like a
zombies. It's time to
almost like a-
refurbish an entire car.
Restore simulator game mixed with
Oh,
zombies,
hey. They're gonna have to change a little more. Oh,
A
Musco.
Muscoat.
Pretty cool.
You hear that one?
Dude, they didn't even try. That's a lawsuit right there. They just changed.
I don't care.
I know.
That was pretty fun.
But to make me happy, look, they have a Trans Am in the game too.
Nice.
But like some of these screenshots, look, there's a teddy bear. Like, it's very lighthearted. And then look at this screenshot. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Make that a meme.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Well, hold on. The last picture was that teddy bear holding a gun?
That looks like an Angel King, and he's got a plunger on his head too,
with a QR code on his chest. Yeah,
I'm afraid to scan that.
I know. Oh man.
It looks like one of those work light trucks, except it's shooting lasers up. Yeah.
That reminded me of a clip I need to find, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to find it. It's like a clip of a video game. It seems kind of like this, like some kind of Russian video game where he's driving a car, he's drinking, he's smoking a cigarette, he like drives by somebody, flips him
I've
off,
seen
and then
that.
his car flips over.
I think it's like Hell Yeah.
I
Or
don't remember if I
something
shared
like
that before on here, but I remember seeing it on
That's awesome.
Twitter. It was so fucking funny.
As an
And then-
ex-smoker, any game you can smoke a cigarette in, I'm all about, because I want to live vicariously smoking cigarettes again.
Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption, and walk around smoking stogies all the time.
Yep.
But then there's another Russian game where, well, I don't know if it's a Russian game, but it takes place in Russia, and you like just sit there at like you're like a border patrol or something. You're like just checking people as they come in. If you find some drugs in their car or something, you can tell them to get out of the car. And games like that just are hilarious.
Good stuff. Let's see here. All right. So I think it was today or yesterday, UK Gamer was in our Discord just dropping a bunch of cool pictures.
Yeah.
And he made one of Nagrinal, actually.
Yeah, that was today, I believe.
Yeah, I think this one's from today.
Yeah, this is.
Look at that broken controller. How cool is that?
That is almost
is cool.
perfect. Yeah.
And he's got the little skinny microphone. Is that what that is?
It's
Or
this
is
right
it-
here.
Oh yeah.
Got my
What the hell is
microphone.
that supposed to be?
I mean, maybe it's yeah.
Huh?
You have any
It's a
comment
yeah.
on that? Nagrinal?
On what?
How come there's
Microphone?
two long, thin objects here?
That's my other microphone.
Oh. For recording things behind you, or
For recording things inside me.
Oh, jeez.
All right, then, moving along. And we also have Phantom X, friend of the channel. One of the homies.
That's good.
Looking very proportional here.
Do any of you know who Bo Selecta is? No,
Is that this?
Familiar.
Is that this?
Talking to a bunch of Americans. That's what he looks like, yeah.
Oh, okay. He's got some sort of
British
anime girl
people.
down here. And then we got this one, ABF. And it I don't know, there's not a complete gun here. It just appears to be an upper, which is actually like more accurate because I probably have more uppers than I do actual guns. So
And you can switch out the barrels on the.
well,
Somehow.
AR-15, it's just two pins, and you have a whole different gun every time you slap it on. So
Yeah, you have a different power LPVO on the other one and different applications. So
it'll work.
Yeah. And then we got MMA Crease, another friend of the channel.
Ah, that's cool. I like that a lot.
And this one is from Smoo, from last stream, actually. I just want to show that off. So this is my actual background. Here, I'll put this away. For some reason, the Repo thing is being picked up as a little squid. I find that hilarious.
look at Jay's teddy bear too.
Yeah,
So funny.
so funny. He actually redid it because the 199 looked. I think it was like Interstate 99 or something like that.
Interstate 95, which
95, yeah.
95.
Yeah.
And what is that? The stone from solo leveling is basically, it looks like a sundial in this. So got my shirt like basically perfect too. Thought that's cool.
Sniper.
AI is a little bit scary how good it is now.
A little too scary. Yeah. Well, my good man, those are great memes, but I gotta bounce, sir. I gotta jump into the late and gay so I can be late and gay.
Sounds good. We're gonna have more memes over there too. So
oh, I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we will.
Yes. Hopefully no more hurry ups. The hurry up meme is still stuck in my brain. So anyways, pleasure streaming with you guys all as always. And hopefully a lot of you in the chat will follow us over to Late and Gay. We got Sevion, but if you don't, I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you around.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
I'll see you there in a
See you
little
there,
bit.
Mo.
Later, man. Let's see. This next story. Found this kind of disheartening. How many of you guys have watched Bandersnatch on Netflix?
Yeah, a while ago, but yeah.
No? If you have Netflix, I highly recommend going and watching and interacting with it because Netflix is taking it away next week. So, removing Bandersnatch is an interactive video game episode of Black Mirror. The 90-minute special. What's that?
Is that the one where the two dudes like role play and hook up with each other in the game?
No, that's your favorite episode.
Yo, what are you
of
playing?
Black Mirror. Yeah.
Never seen it. I just know about it.
Right.
That's why I was asking.
Why
Yeah.
you download the clip though, Neg, and all? That's what we need to know. Like,
Yeah, he did research
No.
so that he wouldn't have to watch it. You
I
know?
didn't have to do any research. I just heard people talking about it. I was like, wow, that sounds really gay.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
That's why
I
you're
read
probably so
read
concerned
somewhere
that they're taking
that,
it off the. Yeah.
The 90-minute special was released in 2018 and was one of Netflix's first interactive shows where viewers would be given a chance to which direction the plot would go at specific moments. It's really fun. It works perfect for my TV. I have a computer hooked up to it and my wireless Logitech keyboard, which I have a backup one down here. And you just have this ready and you can actually play along and make decisions. I had a lot of fun with it, and in fact, it gave you an excuse to watch it over and over because there's multiple endings. There's secret like side stories and even secret endings and stuff like that. Last year, Netflix announced that it was planning to remove almost all of its 24 interactive specials. As it currently stands, only 2 remain: the Bandersnatch and this Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt thing, which I have no idea. Netflix
Yeah,
is.
because it really seems like Netflix is doing like a quiet U-turn from all this gaming stuff that they were investing in, like not 6 months ago. Because I can't remember the name of the guy, but there was like high up in Netflix. He was doing some sort of Q&A panel, and he got asked what's happening with the Netflix Assassin's Creed game, and he basically just said, "I'll have to get back to you on that one." Which means if you don't know something's in development, it's not in development.
Dude, if they made a Bandersnatch style movie, just a 90-minute thing, just like they do with Bandersnatch, but it was Assassin's Creed themed, that would be freaking awesome.
Mhm.
Wouldn't it? Oh man. But so they're rolling out a new UI design, and they're kind of using that as an excuse, saying it's not going to be compatible with it, and they weren't planning on it to stay that way because it's kind of legacy at this point. Last month, New on Netflix reported that Netflix had re-added 4 of its previously removed specials starring survivalist Bear Grylls. So that was an interactive one. But but in cut down versions with the interactivity removed, following a single storyline. So they're making it so where you can't make choices anymore, and it's just a movie.
Yeah, I imagine the drop off for these interactive movies must be insane because it'll be popular for like 1 to 2 weeks, and there's plenty of people that don't have Netflix that watch Netflix other ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, the drop off of these interactive specials must be insane.
Oh, it's just kind of disappointing. I thought that this was going to be a new way to have entertainment, and to have this interactive content, and it honestly, it should have been a selling point to the executives that it's hard to pirate these as well. Because you need the system that it runs on to be able to interact with it, unless someone built a whole new one and put all the different alternatives in there.
I think what Netflix was trying to do was like, we need some sort of new avenue to stay ahead of the Disney Pluses, the HBO Maxes, Apple TVs, whatever else. And then it comes out over the past couple of years that every single one of those streaming platforms is losing money hand over fist. And Netflix is like, well, we don't really need to try with all this stuff. We'll just keep making things.
I think you hit the nail on the head. They realized that Disney spent how much on Disney Plus, and all they have to do is just keep rolling along, and they're just ahead. I mean, if you look at all the TV ratings, every show is above everyone else when it's on Netflix.
The only times I ever have Disney Plus is when my phone company gives it to me free for like 3 months.
Yeah, and they've been definitely padding numbers with that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Verizon tried to give me Disney Plus, and I was like, I don't even want it.
Yep.
The other problem is it's just too niche. Like, you have to have Netflix, you have to watch Black Mirror, and you have to be into interactive movies.
Well, it's not just that. There's 20 other interactive things on there. It's not just Bandersnatch, the Black Mirror thing. Like they were trying to make interactive a thing.
The interactive movie thing is kind of a niche thing. Like, it's not something I'm interested in at all as a gamer.
I don't know. There was a lot of support for Bandersnatch when it first came out, because that was the first one, at least the first mainstream one. And
as a special, it got really good reviews just for the story itself.
Yeah, very good. Because if you go to the bookstore back in the day, they used to sell choose your own adventure books. I think they still do, but they're just not as popular anymore. But it seemed like a cool old thing to adopt in a new way, technology-wise, for Netflix.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that Korean game that Philip Chan was playing that time. Remember
yes,
with the girls?
Kinda. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. I'm not gonna say what the chat kept telling him to say, but
I'm not gonna say it either because that's already been clipped a bajillion times.
Been there, done that. Yeah.
And I just wanted to point this out. It's strange that they're getting rid of Bandersnatch because they literally just came out with an episode of season 7 that just came out. Episode 4 is like related to the Bandersnatch episode. So they're probably going to re-release Bandersnatch without the interactivity in it.
Yeah.
But it's weird that they're still acknowledging it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't like it. I wish they would come out with more. No one's got any input on that.
I don't have Netflix.
I gave you mine.
Yeah, I haven't seen very much of the new season
I don't really
either.
like Black Mirror.
How do you not like Black Mirror? There's plenty of episodes not to like, but there's plenty that are to like, I think.
I just haven't like anytime I get Netflix, I don't watch Black Mirror. I've seen episodes at my friend's house, and
those are the
pretty
ones
good
where
episodes.
the two dudes like.
I've never seen that one.
I mainly don't because I think Charlie
I've seen
Brooker's
the
a
one where
pretentious,
the-
self-righteous asshole, but whatever, that's just me.
I've seen like 2 episodes. There was one with the futuristic robot dogs chasing the people around.
That was a good one, actually.
And then the one where the black dude is like trapped in the room and he has to like everybody has to like pretty much has to watch ads on the screen like all day long and shit.
Yep.
All right, episodes. It's not something I would turn on if I had Netflix.
See, yeah, Niat's right. But the way I've watched a lot of Black Mirror is I'm playing, and this doesn't work for every video game.
Oh, I saw the
but
Karen one. Was it Karen?
It's a side monitor show that you put on when you're playing a game. You know, especially if you're playing like Civ 6, you have something that you want to watch on the side, right?
I never do that.
Because you only had one monitor up until like a month ago.
Well, I mean, I have a TV and a laptop. And a phone. Y'all have phones, right?
No,
I don't.
Shit.
I don't have a phone.
Obama
I
never
don't
gave
know.
me
When
one.
I'm locked into a game, I usually don't watch something else. But there's some games where maybe I'll listen to music while I'm playing, but I wouldn't really watch something.
That's because when you're playing a game on your PlayStation, you have your headset, which isn't connected to your computer, where you can watch side monitor stuff.
I can just go like this.
Yeah, you're not doing it right. You're not a PC gamer, Dagnall.
No, just like when I game, I play the game. I don't have to watch other things to entertain me while I'm gaming. I'm plenty entertained by the game itself.
Yeah, and when the episode turns out to be like crazy and a lot of fun, you know, then you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop playing, and then you turn and you look at it.
Or I could just do one or the other. I could just
Yeah,
I guess if Black Mirror is like that.
You're like, oh yeah, I
bad
can just
where
hold my phone and watch Black Mirror with my foot while I'm playing on my PlayStation. You're not.
I could
you're
have
not
my
doing it
phone
right, bro.
in front of
That
me,
works.
like under my monitor, and do 2 things. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to watch Black Mirror. Period. I guess if it's the kind of show where you like have to play something else to be entertained while you're watching it, then I guess that makes sense.
All right.
I'm just going to say Battlestar Galactica is a one-screen focused show because
definitely.
very particular reason for that, and I think you know why. So,
Unless you've already seen it, and then on the second playthrough, it's a side monitor show.
this is true. Yeah.
You know, just like I think Erwin pointed out, Seinfeld. We've all seen a lot of those episodes multiple times. So if you're just around the house and you're just hearing it, you can visualize everything that's happening in your head.
Yeah, we've all seen every episode a dozen times by now. It's just ingrained in our
choose
psyche.
Not to multitask. If I want to watch something, I'll watch something.
Hey,
if I want to play games, I'm playing games.
It sounds like you would risk it.
I
You
stream
can't
games.
walk and
That's
chew bubblegum
literally
at the same
multitasking.
time. I get it.
What?
It's fine.
He just doesn't understand.
I
It's
grew up with
okay.
a Game Boy in my face. I can fucking drink and drive while I'm texting and be fine. So
Erwin does make a good point about
Don't
The
do that,
Sopranos. That
chat.
can be a very distracting show sometimes. There's some explosive scenes of dialogue that really get your attention in that show. Not safe for
Model
YouTube
jogging
either.
too. So
Here's Dagnall and I right now.
you are fucking bloody Blanchard.
Fucking mother, bloody fuck bitch. Bloody fuck you,
I love
fucking bloody bastard.
You are fucking. I am not fucking. You are fucking.
I wait.
Can
for
we
my
address
country.
the kind of sus comment from Hoodie D in the chat? That's
Oh, he's
what
ready
did
to
he
say
say this
something.
time?
little troublesome.
Dang.
I don't know. I am
Dang,
pretty
bro.
cute though, right?
Hoodie, do you need to come back on here so we can roast your ass again? Is that what needs to happen?
I think so.
Oh, you know what? Do I have something Call of Duty related? I think I do. Hold, please. Let's see
Holding.
here.
Black Ops 6 is gay.
Nope. I don't think I do. Dang. What even was it? It was something. No, maybe we talked about it on Monday. It was them paywalling some of the season pass stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like
guys account. Yeah, that's that's always the classic.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very convenient.
Let's see. One quick thing. I just want to get it off my tabs. Unreal Engine 6 is coming out, but it's not really that exciting because all they're doing is they're mashing Unreal Engine 5 with Unreal Engine FN. Anyone know what FN stands for?
Nope.
No.
Fortnite.
Oh. Lovely.
What?
Yeah, so they want them to be so Unreal Engine is developed out by the active development of Fortnite, because Fortnite is on the latest version of Unreal.
Yeah.
And usually they're running like the beta version of it, even just so they can test things out. They want to no longer have two different versions and then keep rolling them out. They just want to unify it, and they're going to call it Unreal Engine 6, which is kind of confusing, but just wanted everybody to be aware of that.
Whatever.
But
Let's make games that are fun and good and look nice.
Yeah, keep watching your gay Black Mirror episodes there, Naganal.
I would if there were more of them.
But Jess is correct. We need to start running outros.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll start with Naganal since he's just so talkative right now.
Yeah, I've been drinking. I don't know. You can find me on my channel, Naganal.
At least he's honest.
Here somewhere. Been playing a lot of God of War, Chains of Olympus. Finally finished. What was it? Ascendant. Whatever the first one is. And Squirrel with a Gun. I'll probably be playing that again sometime soon. Maybe Friday. I don't know if I'll be playing anything tomorrow. But GCA next. I gotta spam that link. Here it is. Go over there, watch
Sweet.
it.
And
After
the
this.
direct of the stream should be set up too. Norman, what are you going to be doing? What are you going to be doing?
Yes, if you don't feel like watching Open Bar tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming the Midnight Walk on my YouTube and Kick channels. One of those lovely links if you'd like to head over and click subscribe on that YouTube channel. It's a claymation horror game set in the sort of a Little Nightmares kind of vibe. Looks pretty cool. But other than that, I'm off to bed. Good night, chat.
Hell yeah. The Wayfarer.
I'm just drinking.
This is a little bit telling. I'm just gonna put that out
Yeah,
there.
no homo, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't say that
For
at the
everything
end.
that I said. Not, I don't know about him.
You saying it doesn't count for him.
Yeah, but
He
no,
has-
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it for all the things that I've said tonight.
Well, no, more than 10
You
seconds
only have to
passed.
call it once per stream. I think that's the rule.
No, more than 10 seconds passed since you did gay stuff. So
That's
doesn't
They
count.
weren't wearing
for
socks
stream,
either,
though.
so that's
Yep.
I'm
Also-
literally not wearing socks. You guys want to see?
no.
You ever heard the expression? It's gay if you're smiling. You've been smiling this whole stream,
I smile on
especially
streams, I
when
don't
you
know
said
what to
it.
tell you.
Yeah. Well, speaking of gay, Isaac 556X45. Where are you gonna be at?
I'll be dropping probably horribly gay meme for Late and Gay, secret memer tonight. And after that, you can check me out. Self-shill time. I hate to do it, but I have a goal of hitting 250 before I hit 25 years old, which is in 9 days from now. And I'm 14 subscribers away. So if we can get 14 subs in before the next 9 days, that'd be awesome. That's a goal we have set on the channel. We have great guests on every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we lead right into Off the Hip. So having fun with it. We just hit episode 8. had Erwin on most recently, and Nick and Corn Boy and a bunch of other good people. So having a blast over there. If you want to hear some politics and pop culture, so
You know what? I think Risk it's right. I think you've been focusing too much on your YouTube channel, and you're letting your secret memer quality slide.
That's true.
What happened to you?
He's
sir?
right. I fell off on the secret memer. I've just been making too much stuff on YouTube and X, and it's like, you know what? It's time to crack down. I gotta hurt Mo's feelings tonight. I think it's necessary.
I'm gonna need you to lock in and crack down on these.
Lock it in.
memes.
Yeah,
All right.
you know, it's been so long since you won. You ever heard me say that the left can't meme? I'm starting to think.
Don't
dude.
even. Nope. That's a low blow. And you know what? I said I was going to hurt Mo's feelings tonight. Looks like someone else getting the flack. Hate to tell you. Hate to tell you.
I'll tell everybody to unsub from your channel.
You can call me gay and retarded, but if you call me a leftist, damn, bro.
Ooh. I didn't call you a leftist. It was an if then statement is all it was.
Alrighty. I'll send you that meme in a bit.
Okay. Nerd Slap, who never ever wins the secret memer challenge.
Nah, never. I have
What are you
never
up to?
won once. But now I'll be streaming over on Kick and YouTube whenever I have free time. New episode of the Nerd Files is up. If you haven't yet, go check that out. Talked about MK Ultra, so
Yes.
that was a fun episode. Other than that, I'll be here and there around the internet or on Off the Hip on Mondays and here on Wednesdays. So, and don't forget to go make fun of Mo. Make sure to call him gay.
Super Ultra Mega Gang. Yeah.
Yes.
I almost forgot, dude. Thank you for reminding me.
And you can say that I told you to do it.
Oh, and don't forget Hoodie as well. He clearly came out of the closet in tonight's chat, so him as well.
Mm.
Yep.
I mean, I think we already knew with his take on bone in and out wings. So
That's true. That's
yeah. Also, his love for the different skins and Call of Duty Warfare. So yeah. I
Isaac
mean,
hasn't won
just
since
the red
February.
flags.
Hear that, Isaac? February.
February.
February? What's February?
That was the last time you won secret memer.
All right. Well, I may as well just end my career and other things right now. So, you know, it's
What a fucking loser.
okay. Hey, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I just, you just counted yourself in the meme, Nagano. Thanks. Good job. Appreciate it.
Bring it.
All right.
Already.
New target acquired. Thank goodness. Well, everyone, thank you for tonight. This is a great stream. Didn't make anyone look gayer than usual at all. Make sure you head over to Leighton Gay with the GCA. Link in the chat here. You should also be directed. Also added hats to the ABF store. So check those out. Let me know what you guys think. But I will see you guys over on Leighton Gay, and if not there, next Monday.
See you later.
Salam,
See you
gay
later.
boys.
See ya.
Who the fuck is Alec Baldwin's finger?
I can't see! I can't see! Of course you can't fucking see. I just shot a blank in your fucking eyes.
Hey, the trunk looks kind of small there, Anton.
This is live. I'm on live TV. Trunk's fine. As you can see, friend, it's not small. It's a big trunk. I'll show you right here.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker!
Hell, I know a dead hooker when I see one.